Hi everyone, my name's Alexandra and I'm a lawyer practicing in Sydney, Australia. Today I'm going to talk to you about building certificates, which is one of the property inspections your lawyer will typically recommend you obtain before exchange of contracts. That is, before you enter into the contract to purchase the property, which we also call the pre-purchase period. If you'd like to know more about exchange and the pre-exchange period generally, I've linked my videos on these in the description box below. A quick disclaimer that my videos are general and informational in nature only. They're not intended as legal advice, nor should you rely on them as such. Please read the full disclaimer in the description box below. Now, a quick recap that lawyers typically recommend 4 types of pre-purchase property inspections be obtained before exchange. The 4 searches are the building report, pest report, building certificate, and survey report with diagram. This video will focus on the building certificate, which is not the same as a building report. They are very different things. And I've got a video specifically on building reports, which is linked below. So, what is a building certificate and should you consider obtaining one? Essentially, a building certificate is a document issued by council relating to the buildings or structures on a property. And if the council issues a building certificate, it means that the property has cleared their inspection and is not going to be the subject of any action or order by the council. Firstly, the contract may actually contain a building certificate, which was obtained by the seller. If so, it saves you from applying for one, but it's important to check the date of the building certificate to make sure it's current. If you do decide to apply yourself as a prospective purchaser, an application to council for a building certificate must be accompanied by a current survey report. I'll discuss what a survey report is in a later video. Something to note is that if the contract contains a building certificate obtained by the vendor, then it usually also contains the survey report the vendor used to apply for the building certificate. In a nutshell, when either you or the vendor makes an application to the council for a building certificate, the council will only issue one when it is satisfied that it approves or has approved of the buildings on the property. What does this mean? It means that the building certificate generally confirms that council will not issue the owner of the property, and that would be you if you buy the property, with an order for the repair, demolition, alteration, addition, or rebuilding of any building on the property. When you make an application for a building certificate, a council inspector attends the property and inspects it to ensure that all the buildings on it comply with council approval. For example, let's say that the property you're interested in has a new extension on the back or a covered pergola or shed, etc. A building certificate will let you know whether or not the building extension was approved by council. Once the council inspects the property in question, however, they may discover other things with the property which they want rectified. For example, they may find that the height of steps which were built 70 years ago don't comply with today's building requirements, and they may issue a rectification order instead, which will need to be complied with. So there are both benefits and risks involved with applying for a building certificate that you'll need to weigh up before making your decision. Another thing to be mindful of is that the building certificate is only valid for 7 years, and it only covers the matters which were in existence or occurred at the date the building certificate was issued. How could that affect you in practice? Well, if you bought a property that had a current building certificate at the date you bought it, and you later decide to sell it, that is, after 7 years, you cannot rely on the building certificate you had from the date of purchase. You or any potential purchaser could apply for a new building certificate, and the council inspector who inspects the property at this time may find that some of the buildings now don't comply with new building requirements, even though these same buildings were passed in the previous building certificate. And that's all I have for you today on building certificates. As always, please remember to subscribe and hit the like button if you like this video. Please share it. And if you'd like to make an appointment to engage my services, please follow the link in the description box to contact me. If you have any topics you'd like me to address in future videos, please leave a comment in the comment section, as I'd love to hear from you. I hope you found this video helpful, and thank you for watching.